There are things happening. Okay, so this is this module. And have you seen something like that? Yeah, QR codes. Please feel free to look at these things. I will make use of that. This one here, I will show you a video in a minute, which has nothing to do with this module. It's just for your and my entertainment. But it reflects a little bit my teaching philosophy, what I want this module to be. Now, since I've put up this QR code, this also indicates that please feel free to bring your mobile phones, to bring your laptops, your tablets, God knows what, to bring them along. Yeah? Absolutely allowed. I don't have any problems. I will also try to, if I don't forget to press the record button, I will also try to record every single lecture. Actually, there won't be lectures, there will be something different, which I will explain to you in a minute. And we'll put that up on YouTube so that you have, eventually you have a record of what was going on, what are the key things that we discussed. I would still suggest that you take some notes, because that's one of the key skills that you need to learn, good note-taking. They don't have to be pretty, they just need to be functional for you. We will talk about that a little bit further on during the lectures. Now, let me quickly show you how I think teaching should be. And again, I apologize if you think this has nothing to do what we are going to do in this session. So it's probably a little bit strange that I showed you that, because but this is exactly how I want to run this module. You heard about Khan Academy. Hands up, how many people here have used Khan Academy before? Wow, that's not bad. For the others, this is absolutely, well, if that doesn't blow your mind, you have no emotions. This Sal Khan, he produced about 3.5, a little bit more than that, 1,000 videos on all sorts of topics. He used to be a hedge fund banker, administrator, and things like that. And then he turned good, and he decided to use his skills to tutor his niece, and that's how it all started. And he creates absolutely amazing videos. So for those of you who haven't checked out this, please have a look at, how do I write this? khanacademy.com. It's completely free, and it's great. You can basically learn everything. And because there is all the knowledge out there, I do not recommend a textbook. So you don't have to buy a textbook. If you want to, that's entirely up to you. And there are in fact some good textbooks around, but you get it cheaper from the internet. So make use of that, of these resources. This stuff is much better than I can explain. Okay, with me it's more fun. But, you know, if you want to get really to the bottom of things, Google and YouTube and Wikipedia, they are your friends. And that is what I want you to begin to utilize for your learning. I would like people also to share their learning and to communicate with each other, because that is one of the top 21st century skills. Communication. Communication, communication, communication. Could be the title of a teleprogram. I think it's called location. It's a similar thing. How many people are on Facebook here? Hands up. Okay, that's getting a little bit complicated. How many people are not on Facebook? Hands up. 1, 2, 3. I mean, is there any particular reason why, for example, why you're not on Facebook?
I just never bothered with it, really.
Okay. Well, I thought there was a hand up there.
My parents always stalk me, so
Sorry, your parents didn't want you to be on.
no, my parents always stalk me, so
Okay. Have you thought about a restraining order? Well, I can't force people to go on Facebook, right? But I find it extremely useful. We've set up this official Unicent Bioscience first year 2014-15 group, which we are very happy to add you to. And the way it worked in previous years was that very often people discuss topics from the course. And please, if you discuss things, just limit it to your academic what you do. We are not terribly interested in seeing naked pictures of you, or you being completely drunk, or doing silly things, or not on this page. Use your whatever page for it, but don't post that on here. Yeah? And I constantly, well, I'm logged in more or less 24/7. So if people have any problems, questions, are unclear about anything, I'm very happy to respond, okay, through this medium. Also, our school administrator, Jill Holiday, she is also on this page, so don't say anything horrible. Be nice to each other, and we will try to, support you through social media. Any objections to that? No? I don't know what you are going to do with your parents in this case, but just tell them that this is for work purposes, and turn off your location and they can't find you. Another thing is that I use quite frequently is Twitter. How many people are on Twitter? Hands up. Holy, wow. How many people are not on Twitter? Aha, that's a little bit more. Any particular reasons? It's rubbish. I tend to agree with you. I completely tend to agree. My wife is completely obsessed with, this, I forget his name, this wannabe singer who was once married to this, Peter Andre, yeah. When he tweets, I just had cornflakes for breakfast, then my wife gets terribly excited. But I want to use Twitter in a different way, and we will discuss that, how I want to use it. I want it for you to develop what is called a PLN. Ever heard about PLN? A personal learning network. Because there is some really good stuff out there. And I will frequently tweet, and if you want to follow these tweets that are related to this module, it's hashtag BI308. And if people want to get into Twitter a little bit, and we will do an exercise on that, please sign up on Twitter. Again, I can't force you to do that, but I find it extremely useful. And I know that a lot of people find it useful. It's not because there's a celebrity that does something, but there are very, very useful resources for your future career. There are, for example, jobs available, jobs from the university here. So if you're looking for a job to supplement your beer money, here Twitter is good. It depends on what you make of it. Okay? Another thing, another social medium that I want to use with you is LinkedIn. Have you heard about LinkedIn? Who is on LinkedIn? Hands up. Aha. The numbers go down. By the end of this course, you will all have a LinkedIn profile. And I'll tell you why. My last PhD student, she was just writing up, and then I got an email from her, no, actually from a company, asking me for a reference for her. So I contacted her. I said, "How come you are writing up and there's already a reference for it?" And she said, "Well, yes, I got headhunted by this particular company." I thought, bloody hell, why don't I get headhunted? Why her? What's so special about her? And she said, "Well, I put my profile up on LinkedIn, and a lot of employers look at that, and you develop a professional network. It's basically like Facebook for professionals. And they found me and offered me a job. She earns more than I do." I thought, life is not fair. So, and that is just because of LinkedIn. So what we will do, one exercise is to set up a LinkedIn profile for you guys. So you have to become active on social media. I'm terribly sorry. But that is how it works nowadays. Life, universe, and everything. Now, what I want you to do, and I will post this link on Facebook. It is already up on Moodle. And I will also tweet it, BI308 hashtag, and I will send it via email. Is sort of you doing a unit on basic numeracy. It's probably far too easy for most of you. But last year we had a handful of specialists for whom this already was, a bit challenging. So what I want you to do when you go home, have a look at this unit. This is 1 out of 7 units that are in this module. The first unit is numeracy. The second unit, and we will do that a little bit later on, not today, but a little bit later on, is personal development, where we do all this social media stuff. And I will show you, for example, how to do research in Google. There are some really cool and sexy tools. Unit 3 is about moles and molarity, so that's a little bit of chemistry. Unit 4 is about pH. Unit 5 is spectrophotometry. Unit 6 is about statistics. Who likes statistics? Hands up. Okay. We have an excellent counseling service here. Whoever likes statistics, can easily refer you to that. Hopefully by the end of this module, you all will love statistics. It's the best thing, and you can prove anything with statistics. And the last unit for this module is kinetics. And we will do some growth curves and stuff like that. the way this module runs is I will try to do a technique that is called flipping the classroom, flipping the lecture. Have you heard about something like that? No? You've heard about it. What it basically means is, as they said earlier in this video, usually a guy stands in front and is talking nonsense while the rest of you are fast asleep or think about what's going to happen in Coronation Street tonight. That's the mild version. You know, there are other more raunchy, or what I'm going to have for dinner. And then you go home, and if we're very lucky, you write up your notes, and then you may or may not think about what you've done. In my view, it doesn't work. Well, it works for you guys, because you don't have to do anything. You just sit there and pray to God that it's nothing too complicated, what I'm doing here. And everything will come back, once the exam comes closer or when an assessment comes closer. What people then do is they desperately flick through their notes and, oh my God, I can't remember that. Oh, has anyone their notes for that? Things like that. And then you do these famous all-nighters. Yeah? Familiar? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Terrible thing. And then comes the assessment or the exam, and you try to press as much in your head as possible. And then afterwards you have the problem to erase your hard drive as quickly as possible, to cram in some new information. Usually this erasing involves alcohol or other things. And it simply doesn't work. Because what I want you to be able to is apply that stuff that we're doing constantly. Over the next 3 or 4 years, you have to be able to apply them. That makes a good bioscientist. That makes somebody who is employable later on. That is exactly what we want. We don't want you to add to the dole queue. So, what I'm doing is, I will send you resources, like YouTube videos. And you then can check out whether you can do these things that are mentioned in these YouTube videos. So, what does it look like? So, what I want you to do is look at numeracy, which I will send out later on this afternoon, and look at some of the videos, look at the questions that I want you to do, try to do it, get it out of the way. If you're not sure, don't worry again. One of the most powerful things in learning is making mistakes. And I am not going to punish you for your mistakes. Make as many mistakes as you like. It's good for you. Okay? So don't be scared of making mistakes. And if an answer is wrong, absolutely fine. Hopefully you will learn from that. I'm not saying that all my answers are correct either. I have frequently visits from Florence, the F-up theory. And you will see that I make a lot of mistakes, but hopefully I learn from that. Hopefully you learn from that as well. So, your homework now is look at these videos, these numeracy videos, and check out what you can do. Deadline next Monday. Next Monday I will have a look at all these things and then email you the results so you can see how you're doing. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? No questions. God, I'm good. No questions? Are you sure? If you do have questions, email me, Facebook me, get in touch with me, do whatever you want with... No, sorry. I'm not saying that. It was dangerous. Otherwise, go in peace, but go.